Welcome to another video, or better, a new video on my Arduino Yun, which is a device with embedded Linux, Ethernet connection, powered by USB, Ethernet connection, USB, possible or to do storage on a USB memory stick. Capable of having a micro SD card as memory, hard disk, whatever, and capable of, well, connecting analog devices, giving power through to other things, and digital pulse modulation driven output, as well as serial output and input. This looks like, well, as clock and SDA, either SPI or AVR C. I think AVR C. Anyway, in my previous series of videos on Arduino Yun, I had the choice to do settings via its graphical user interface, web user interface, or via SSH secure shell. But if you look back at the very start of that series, I had quite a lot of problems setting it up. If I boot it, then this one goes with the date straight to, or straight from, 2015, and it is 2019 right now. So I have to set the date, because there's also no memory BIOS battery to keep it like that. Also, with this network cable, yes, it is attached to network, to internet, but whenever I try to update, and I found that it should be possible, but it is so old that it can't be used. So since it is running Open WRT Linux, which is also called Lenino Linux for whatever reason, there is an update for. So what I intend to do now, with nothing attached yet, but things ready to do, to upgrade. So here is absolutely nothing to see except for an attached Arduino Yun. So what I like to do is go to the software side and then see how I can things modernized, because that's the purpose of this video, and hopefully get some more stuff like electronics done and see how that works out. And maybe, just like the other video, getting information via other software. Anyway, let's go to the software side. So, user interface, whatever. Well, this is the user interface actually. Wi-Fi, it says connected, but I haven't tried it yet. Then wired, yes, it is wired. So you can see this web address here, which prompts me to also reason, can I connect successfully to the 137. Then this is the root SSH or SSH to root connection, and if I show the date, it shows the already mentioned 2015, and according to this device it is almost for October. Mention it, and yes, I don't say October 4, but for October, because that's the way I say it in Dutch in the Netherlands. where I am living. So this is the old version. I can connect. I am connected, but it's an old version, and they say after finding Arduino Yun on the open WRT, and yes, you can see the same here. This chip is correct. Atheros AR 933 something, and yes. Now there is a link from which I can upgrade it, they say. So I would not need an SD card or something like that. Can I do that? Well, I can always try. So let's find wherever this thing is leading and see if I indeed can upgrade. Memory available is not much, just 60 kilobytes, assuming it is kilobytes, but it says nothing else, so I assume 61 kilobytes. For an embedded system, that's actually common. It can be more, but yeah. Right, let's see how we can do something. Can we configure? And this is, well, it says configure and restart. No, I want advanced configuration panel. That's here. Status. Well, if you have seen the previous videos right at the start, then you'll know that this is quite cumbersome to work with. A lot of stuff to comprehend. So somewhere in here, maybe in here, I can find a way to actually upgrade. So let's find something. Well, I have found a list with software packages, and that's all nice and easy. Wireless tools, then Python, very nice, PySerial even, already installed, so I can use the serial port from Python. Everything about the graphical interface. Then we get to the kernel stuff, Linux actually. This is Linux, firewall, etc. All nice. I can update the list, theoretically. What I cannot do, however, is update it, because I do not have internet connection, which actually was a problem last time as well when I tried things. So I have to find once again how to make contact to the outside world. About a new version, firmware, I can flash it. The problem is how to flash it, how to do it. Choose file, flash image. So I have to download the file. Hopefully I can do that here. But I can't do anything now, because I have no way to download. So going back here, or more appropriate here, I need to find my way outside. Another thing is think with browser, and it is taking it, and no, I'm not in Amsterdam by the way. It does sync with the browser, so it takes its current date from the internet, but as yet unless that site is down, which is also possible. Let me take another shot at it. I don't care for what, so let's say, and this is taking way too long, although the idea is that this says enough. There's a number assigned to it, but it doesn't do a thing. So that's what I have to find out first, how to gain access to the internet. Despite doing everything by the book, that is this book, everything with respect to interfacing, with respect to which firmware to take, and how to set the gateway, the net mask, DNS server, and these two are important to go through the router to the internet and get things from the internet. It doesn't work for this device. So my idea is to use a familiar thing, the USB stick, inside this. So I downloaded it from another computer, actually the computer I'm recording this on, and copied the new firmware. Now the point is, where is it? SDB. So being root, I can just mount it, and that will be SDB on MNT/MNT. So now when I look at /MNT, I have this firmware. So these are, and if you recall the previous video series on this board with all the data collection, data acquisition, these are the two files that I used, or that I tried to make. So right now the question is, how do I do this? Well, I have to upgrade, and okay, system, yes, flash firmware, choose file, and now I do hope that this USB stick, and well, yeah, let me just have it like this. Choose. No. Oh wait. How does it go there? That's a good one. I didn't expect that one to happen. I am here on this device, yet when I choose here, it goes to the laptop. So that is something I did not expect. It is on the laptop, but it should be on here. It should select this drive. So I have to see how I can do this. This is something very unexpected. Right. I have decided to use the package that is on the laptop, since it is seemingly impossible to select the USB drive, and all I have to do now is flash the image. Will that be a different thing? Well, let's just see. This says Linux on MIPS GPU or CPU actually 3.3.8 dated well for now for October 2015. I'm very curious what will happen. It is suitable for Arduino Yun, that is what it says, and then a very different version apparently, but let's take a look at how it works out. So what I do is press flash image and see what the result is afterwards. Go. And something starts. Does not contain a supported format. Really? So what is the format? Okay. This is what I need to have. This is what I have downloaded. And if you click on this, you just download something. And bin says it is an executable something. Well, not precisely, but it's a binary file. Does not contain a supported format. Then what's the supported format? Another ouch. And unfortunately, the story ends. Because what I notice here at openwrt.org is that this series is in the process of being deprecated as a target. That also means that, and I have looked it up for now, that it is not being maintained. There are new devices, but mine is not such a device. Mine is this. Looking here, not a supported format, but then new formats, new devices accept often other new formats. Since this is supposed to be taken and run, it should work. The only thing that I can do is check here within mount and then see if this is an executable. What happens when I execute it? What can possibly go wrong? Well, a lot actually. It can be rendered completely useless. And then it's over and done with. Can I do it? Let's just try. What happens? Absolutely nothing. Well, not quite. It says 4.9, which is already quite a bit higher than this one. But then it ends completely. So I can go on using this Arduino Yun, which is indeed deprecated in itself, but also deprecated in the software, and the processor is being deprecated. It's no longer being maintained. So whatever I do with it, it's better that it then is no longer not connected to the internet. So whatever to be done with it, it is limited in its use, and it can be renewed. Cannot be renewed, unfortunately. Not being upgraded, not being updated. It is the way it is, and it will stay the way it is. And to show at least something nice, I made a short file with input, and if you have watched my previous videos on this board, then this is can be quite familiar. So digital output pin 2 right here. File system begin, well, that is actually for this USB stick, which I'm not using at this moment. It was just for the image. But console, waiting for connection, and write digital out pin 2 high. And there's a little bit of a problem because one doesn't work, and I think that is going too fast. So I make this 1000, see if that works out. Upload again, and console print digital 2 with a new line in the monitor. So let's see how this works out, hopefully nicely. Done uploading, start. And now it works. So it has to be 1000, and then you have 1 second to do things. Very simple, very nice, effective. At least something electronic to see on a board that is completely obsolete, no longer supported in hardware and software, but it is Linux, and that's why it works. And how it works. Can I do more? Well, maybe I go on with some new things to try. Who knows? But the purpose and the focus for this video was to upgrade it to a new version of the firmware, and that has failed totally and completely. Anyway, and with this overview of everything, I say thank you for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and give the video a thumbs up. Leave a comment or suggestion. You can also follow me via Instagram and Twitter, and you can also show your support by making a donation via PayPal or wire transfer. You can also become a patron, and depending on the pledge you make, may have your name mentioned on my website or with my videos. For now, is this going to be continued? I don't know. Have a nice day, and bye bye.